Posted.
It is 6.
Oh, all right.
That clock is wrong.
Oh, all right.
6:01.
Don't look at any clock in the town hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna call the meeting to order at 6:01. I wrote down roll call. We need to approve the minutes from the February 5th meeting. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Oh,
I'll second it.
Excellent. Any discussion or edits that need to be made?
No edits, but I have a question about the tax abatement at some point.
Okay, but we're good with the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
If there's no discussion, then I will take a motion or a vote. All those in favor of approving the minutes for February 5th, say aye. Anybody wanna?
Abstain.
Aye.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Thank you. Let's see. Okay, great. So I will turn it over to you, John.
Okay, so hopefully on the screen is the beginning of the develop section, which is what we're, is it semi-clear, not clear?
It's not clear at all.
Yeah, it's blurry.
Well,
Right.
if anyone is tall enough or has a chair, you could turn the thing on the projector, the lens thing on the projector.
The lens in the front, right?
Yeah. I think there are two focus apertures. I'm not sure which one is which, but spin them and see.
is that page 44 that you're on?
It's
I am
40.
on, yeah, it starts on 44 on at least on mine.
Okay.
It's not any better, is it?
No,
All right,
that's
well,
worse. I let them at the doctor's, the eye doctor.
I feel like
It's not getting any better. I have a printed copy in front of me.
oh wait, hold on.
Well, that's good to know if we,
I was gonna say there's two, but neither of them seem to be, here, I'm gonna go way out of focus. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm ever getting real good focus.
Almost looks like some Hebrew characters.
Try it all the way.
I'll make it a little bit bigger too. I don't know if that,
That would help.
That helps.
That's better.
It's readable.
It's readable, it's still
Okay.
wonky.
It's not great, but it's readable.
all right.
Okay.
Well, I apologize for that. We can talk about alternatives. But anyway, I mean, there's not that much. Well, I can walk you through this, but it's it's really, you guys are more familiar with Woodstock than I am, so hopefully people got a chance to read it. But we basically walked our way through a number of topics, economic development, focusing on major employers and sort of the balance of work in Woodstock. We did a focus, the inflow outflow of employment. Woodstock is not surprising. It's generally a bedroom community. It's a net exporter of jobs, 3,500 people leaving town for jobs, only a little over 1,000 coming in, and about half of that both living and working in Woodstock. We went through, I put in a long table in there that was left over from Delia's plan draft, and I think this was an EDC analysis. And I think we talked about this a little bit last time about the different types of industries and jobs in town. Yep. And yeah, please feel free to interrupt at any time. This is, I'm just vamping here, really.
All good.
Okay. We actually, I think we did we talk about this? Yeah, we talked a little bit about the home-based business support. Oh, you know what? We talked about all this stuff last time. This is the second half of develop. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Took me a moment to get my bearings. So let me, so we did talk about all this stuff last week, or last month. So where we started was infrastructure, I believe, is where I picked up. Sorry for the why it all sounded so familiar. Okay, so I went through potable water and wastewater management, basically our public water and public wastewater. Talk a little bit about the extent of the current sewer district and the WPCA. Woodstock continues to be a sewer avoidance community. However, obviously we do have the limited area of sewer capacity that comes up from Putnam and serves the Hill as well as South Woodstock. We show some of the lines here, and there's still a number of properties in the district that haven't really sort of
Just a comment,
fully
John,
maximized. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
on page 50, my page 54, I guess it's the page before your map there.
Okay, yep.
That second paragraph, instead of the word prohibits, I think you need to put limits. Woodstock has a sewer avoidance policy that prohibits, that's not true. It limits. And that if you have, if you don't have
Oh,
suitable
okay.
soil,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's too strong a term for that. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
it's too strong a term.
Yep. Okay.
That was my only comment there, John.
Okay. Great. So focused on some of the minor recommendations. I did add one recommendation. Like the first three were sort of leftover recommendations again from the prior draft. I did add a recommendation to work closely with Putnam WPCA and DEP on understanding our capacity, and then to rethink our potential growth area, particularly in the district, which is the yellow highlighted areas here. Because there is, it's a limited geography, but there is, potential for expansion at several of these properties. Get into transportation infrastructure a little bit. And again, like transportation infrastructure, we're pretty much just roads, some state roads, some town roads. Those town roads are some dirt roads. Go through some of the numbers and highlighting on a couple of the key intersections for safety concerns. I do mention the concerns with dirt roads, kind of a double-edged sword, maintaining relatively slow speeds and the rural character that people like, but it's very expensive to maintain and isn't necessarily the best for travel. We talk a little bit about
alternative transportations, Gene. There are things that we're focused on just the mass transit, the NECOG buses and stuff. But for people who don't drive, there is now things like DoorDash and Instacart that make it possible to live here without that. And I think that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, sure. I think that's worthwhile. Yeah. Okay.
Also in that section, a lot of the things you say, especially in that first paragraph, I know you referenced advanced CT, and I think that's totally fine. I would say, and Wendy's not here, but the Committee on Aging survey that was done covered a lot of these things too. And I think that basically everything that came out of that survey would agree with this. So it might just be worth it to mention that.
Yeah. Okay.
That, like that was done in town by the town. And I think a lot of the things that you were saying were very reminiscent.
Okay,
I would comment on that first paragraph too. It says 88% report primary mode of transportation is driving, 10% work from home, and less than 1% report taking public transportation, transit, walking, or driving. So is that driving along there, or they use all the above? I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, transit.
It's supposed to be bicycling.
Yeah, that might be. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
Is there?
If you're close to Putnam, the Putnam Public Transit does come into Woodstock.
Where does it, how far does it come? Is it like a
Not
stop
very.
at,
Not very,
At the
but there
Woodstock Fair,
technically is public transit
at the
and
Woodstock Fair, how,
it
you know,
doesn't, I don't think it goes that far.
Does it go to
like
senior
Chase?
housing?
maybe, yeah, maybe to,
I know, I don't know that it goes all the way up to, senior housing.
In Roxbury.
No, Roxbury, yeah. I know it goes over by like where Mackey's is
Okay. And some of that
Um,
stuff.
and over by like Thai Basil and stuff.
Okay,
But I think it's
Okay, so it's-
literally just like down
Yeah.
in that
okay,
area.
yeah.
okay. All right, so it's generally, yeah, when we say generally not included Woodstock, it's, you know, we maybe extremely have,
Yeah, I would say that it's probably extremely limited is a better.
Yeah,
A better
okay.
way to describe it.
Okay, cool. Okay, talked a little bit about the road safety. I did do a sort of a crash analysis. I was going to put a map in there, but it's not a particularly revealing map. It's just sort of like, you know, dots all over the place with only like one accident to it. There were a couple of accidents at basically the, you know, 169, 171 across from the Woodstock Fair. Again, mostly minor. And I would assume, you know, that's, you know, there really hasn't been, you know, any real hotspots of major danger crashes. I did mention earlier in here, I believe, about Pulpit Rock Road and 171, Taylor's Corner, is an intersection that we have flagged for a long time for improvements. And so I flagged that to try to make a little bit more progress on that.
But that's not in here, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's in, if
I'm-
you're
I-
at alternative transportation, it's two
Yeah.
paragraph,
It's several
Second.
key, it's on screen now. It's on page 56, several key intersections, including Route 171 and Pulpit Rock Road.
What year did Todd Loopy get killed?
I think 2.5 years ago.
So,
Is that a Hopkins Road?
yeah, I mean, cause it, 121 incident, Todd Loopy was definitely dead. And I didn't think that was that long ago, but
There were in the, it was 5 years, I think. It was 21, 21 to 25 that it didn't list any fatalities on that map. So I mean, was that something I should check out, or if someone can get me a reference to that?
Todd Ruby wasn't that long ago.
It might have been as long as 3 years ago, but no more than that.
I don't think it was that long
Well,
ago.
I'm trying to remember. I go to church with Lynn, okay, and I'm trying to remember the first time she came back to church at our annual meeting and what particular year that was.
Okay.
I am
So-
terrible about things like that, cause I'll be like, it happened like last week, and it was like
No.
5 years ago.
2023.
So that's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Better
that's
for-
odd. I'll have to maybe the search function I had was, I don't know, incomplete or something like that, but I basically asked for all crashes. Anyway, okay. Thank you. Recommendations there, again, working on, you know, basically road maintenance, working with NECOG in terms of intermunicipal transportation, you know, making the roads safe for bikes, because that's obviously a popular use of our roads. Working on the scenic road ordinance, which is already in progress.
Humor on that third recommendation,
Yeah, say it again.
encourage NECOG to maintain and rather than and.
Oh, and up to IC. Yep. Mhm. Thank you. And then the scenic road ordinance is sort of already in progress. We're trying to get a little bit more teeth in that. And then again, trying to sort of catch all seeking grants for these improvements. Anything else on transportation at this point?
Quick question. What?
Yeah.
So what or just briefly, the scenic road ordinance, what's that mean?
So
It's
that's
an
a,
ordinance
yeah,
created
go
in
ahead,
the
Jean.
80s to keep are some of our unpaved and, some of the roads are paved, to prevent them from being widening, to widen, taking down the mature trees and keeping the stone walls and all the. And there, it's a local ordinance and it protects 13 different roads from development without, going through a special hearing with that
Okay,
land
thank you.
zoning.
And then there are state scenic roads on top of that, like 169 is a state scenic road.
198 too?
No,
No? Oh, okay.
Any work on a scenic road has to come before planning and zoning.
Okay, thank you. I mean, you know, it's just words unless you kind of know.
Yeah, there's,
and
she said 13, there's 9 or 10 of them anyway.
the local ones, the residents themselves have to request that it be named a scenic road. And a supermajority have to approve, have to vote.
Are those the red signs?
There are no signs.
No,
No,
they're-
they're not
That is a recommendation I put in.
No
somewhere.
Okay, I'm just curious, when you see a street sign that's in red, I've seen it in Massachusetts.
Yeah, no.
No.
I was wondering for something specific.
No, I
No.
think it would be a good idea to have some kind of signage on a road that people know it's a scenic road, and I've
Yeah.
even looked into getting a grant to help pay for it, but. The feeling was that they would just become targets for someone who wanted a neat sign in
Collecting
their
signs.
house, so people who collect signs, so.
I think all of Thompson's
Are red.
town roads.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So is that, would adding I mean, Gene, I think you're right that, new signage is a target for vandalism, but is that, does anybody else feel that that has value?
I believe it would be a value,
It might be a valuable.
but I put it someplace. I was scribbling through this.
It might, John, it might, give new residents pause. In the past, we've had people
Sure.
that move on to a scenic road and come before the Board of Selectmen to petition to have it paved. And the Board of Selectmen will point out, but it's
Yeah.
a scenic road and you knew that when you bought it. And they said, well, yeah, but that didn't mean it couldn't be paved if I want it paved.
They may not have known that.
Yeah,
Or-
you're right.
or-
So
or
there's
Or it
something
could-
there, it might give them pause. It's in their deed.
Yeah.
It's in their deed.
Yeah,
So they,
you're
Right.
assuming they
They-
read there.
yeah, I know, and. we
Is
know
it in
what
the
they
deed,
say.
Dylan?
I don't think it's in the deed.
It's in the deed?
I don't think it
It's
is.
for a historic district, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It is for a
okay, yeah.
historic district. It is if
yeah.
there are historic easements on the property, but you're right, it's not
Right.
in the deed for a scenic road.
Well, I mean, that's something that we could consider, but yeah, I'm aware of some people that buy property on a scenic road, and do some clearing and then
Yeah.
later claim they had no idea it was on a scenic road.
Yeah.
That
Right.
that happens sometimes.
It's not so overnight.
That's probably not a bad idea to have a small sign saying,
Mhm.
this section of Joy Road is a scenic road.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah,
I actually like to say scenic road, slow down, enjoy the view. Get people to, because
Not a bad idea.
those dirt roads are not meant to go 50 on.
so while I totally understand that there are some scenic roads in Woodstock that are not paved and cannot be paved as a result.
No,
There-
they can be paid.
It's not that they can't be paid.
They can be paid.
It's just, you
Well-
just have to go through the process.
You have to
Yeah,
go through
okay,
the
fine.
process.
Sure.
Layers of
Sure,
oversight.
but there are plenty of roads that are not paved, that are not scenic roads.
Correct.
That there might be value in paving.
Correct.
So
Oh, yeah. Well, yes.
well, I know this may be unpopular, but that
Will be
first,
unpopular with the horse people.
hey, I'm a horse person.
So,
Okay, well.
Kate,
people
if you look at the top recommendation,
Like dirt
right here,
roads, I'm a horse person. so-
Okay, I'm
I have
surprised.
three,
I'm
so.
surprised.
So that first recommendation you have in that section where it says identify roads that require the
Yeah.
highest maintenance cost per length, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it sort of leaves that open as a possibility, but I'm wondering if we just want to have a recommendation to evaluate all of the paved roads in Woodstock and at least consider,
All the unpaved roads. you mean.
oh, sorry, yes, did I say paved?
You said paved.
Yeah.
Sorry. Consider reviewing all of the unpaved roads in Woodstock
Sure,
and consider paving some of them.
correct.
Because there is a huge amount spent on the unpaved roads in Woodstock. disproportionately so. And since we have a difficult time keeping up with
Mhm.
highway maintenance to begin with, certainly not all of them, but I think paving some of them would be,
Some of
Of
them though
benefit.
can be maintained better. And,
Yes.
And, I have a pet peeve about the road grader leaving a berm at the edge of where his blade goes. And there's a swale on the other side and the water can't get into the swale.
absolutely, like, I'm certainly not recommending that like repave all the, you know.
No.
But I do think that there are certainly some out there that would probably benefit from being paved.
Yeah, and didn't we cover this once before on something?
I don't know,
Probably under historic preservation and cultural assets.
Yeah,
maybe.
but re-emphasizing it is fine. I
Okay.
think that's a great idea.
Yeah, on the driver, if that also be drainage.
Right. Oh, well, we definitely talked about that at one point.
Okay, so Kate, this is how I phrased it. I don't know if it's clear on the screen, but to review the cost and condition of unpaved roads in Woodstock and assess the value and expense of pavement for long-term maintenance and safety, beginning with those not designated scenic.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
There should
Okay.
already be a layer in the GIS that has which roads are unpaved. It should need,
I believe there is.
should be something that can be
Okay.
easily.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good. Okay. Move on to power and telecommunications, which again is not anything too shocking. Just going through some of the our current coverage and service providers. Talk a little bit about the need for better transmission, particularly in the wake of COVID and sort of the rise of work from home. Making sure that we have good data access in all parts of town. So just a couple of recommendations there, to ensure sufficient coverage for emergency.
You already did.
Oh, you already
sorry?
changed.
It's on it. Yeah,
Already got it.
we caught that it said Columbia in the first recommendation, but you already changed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's all.
I thought you guys would be interested in what's going on down there.
I've written a lot of plans and copying and pasting, not reinventing the wheel really
Yeah.
works well.
For me, it usually helps my brain get started if I'm in total writer's block. Like, how do I start this paragraph? I say, well, how have I started it before? Anyway, okay. And that's really it. Just kind of making sure that we have sufficient, power and resilient power.
Yep,
Anything there?
not for me.
No.
Okay. All right, education. This is where I will fully acknowledge I was flying a little bit blind, going, some of the stuff that had already been written, and this also some, data from the state. And obviously, well, my kid went through the academy, so I'm a little bit familiar with the system. But anyway, so just do a quick update of the sort of the hybrid public school system here. And the relatively recent expansion of the academy, certainly in the last 10 years. And then just going through some of the district data as compared to the state. And I know Amy had given me a heads up that some of these numbers, that she felt I was mischaracterizing some of it, but she hasn't given me her specific comments.
Yeah, so one
go ahead.
comment that I have in that paragraph before the graphs,
Yeah.
Woodstock is not outperforming the statewide average in nearly all measure assessments
Okay.
in the next generation accountability report.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've also, I mean, I don't necessarily know that you want to put this in the report.
Well,
But
yeah.
we have been on a downward trajectory for several years now.
Okay.
So I think that in the past, we were much better. The elementary and middle school, I think, have been heading heading down in terms of their scores.
Mhm.
And that now we are definitely below the state average in many of them.
So where do you want to head then?
Oh,
He's
no.
letting everything go.
So, all
Yeah.
right, so I'm changing where we, so it's starting with after the state's 49% four-year graduation rate. I'm
Yep.
eliminating the next paragraph or the next line that says Woodstock Elementary continues outperforms. And so I'm changing where it says likewise, I'm getting rid of likewise, and that sentence now says Woodstock Academy students generally compare competitively with state averages on most assessments, comma, although the competitiveness of Woodstock's elementary and middle school scores have declined slightly in recent years.
I think that's,
Not putting any judgment on it, just
yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
You can't fix a problem if you don't acknowledge you have it.
Yes, no, I'm trying to be sensitive about.
and education is a third rail that it's that's a tough one. And this, education isn't truly the core purview of the POCD, but so I'm trying to tread a little bit lightly here.
The other thing is I have heard, I don't have hard confirmation of this, but I have heard that Eastford and Union are no longer, after this year, they are no longer sending their students to the academy.
Where are they going?
My understanding is that Eastford students will be going to,
Really?
no, EO Smith.
Oh, okay, along with Ashford, sure.
And this EO Smith is an option for Eastford right now.
Yes.
And
Union will go to Stafford?
maybe. And again, I have not heard, I've heard this. I don't have confirmation, but I heard from a reliable source that was happening. So not that we necessarily need to call that out, but in the paragraph before, you may just want to say like Woodstock Academy has historically served
Yeah.
students from other districts, including.
Just other district and period.
You had it right there.
I have Woodstock Academy also serves students in other municipalities. I mean, I could get rid of Eastford Union. Although this, or
Yeah,
has
I mean,
historically,
they have.
yeah.
I would just say other districts and not, or other municipalities and don't
In the area or
list
something.
them. Well, don't even say that. I mean, we used to bring them in from China. Just
Other-
That's
say,
true.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Would parents still have the option?
if they want to pay.
If they want
If
to
they,
pay.
yeah, they'd be the tuition.
I mean, a lot of them already transport their own students, but if Woodstock, if the academy is not listed as a possible sending or designated high school, then if someone from Eastford or Union wanted to send their child to the academy, they would have to pay for the tuition.
I'd be very interested to fly on the wall, listening to those conversations as to why they made those choices. And it probably has.
Tuition.
Yeah.
It's
I'd like
100%
to go
tuition.
back, if we, once we finish, to go back to the, powered telecommunication for, so if there's a good break.
Wait,
I'm just want to go back to your
oh,
previous.
well, I mean, it's your meeting, Madam Chair.
I think that was the only. I assume you got the challenges and the recommendations from the Board of Ed?
Yes, that was the Board of Ed. That was from some Delia's surveying previously.
Okay. We may just want to
We can run it past them again.
I mean, again, yeah. It seemed reasonable to me, but
But you wouldn't sit on the board.
I don't sit on the Board of Ed. So But otherwise, I think it was. I think for me, I think the big thing, and it was sort of called out here, is the fact that, number 4, that the Board of Ed doesn't have the ability to control, and I would eliminate easily. The Board of Ed does not have the ability
Yeah.
to control at all the cost of
Well,
high school.
Like every.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, they could say, all right, we're sending all our kids to Putnam.
But I wouldn't say that's easily.
I suppose. Well,
I
it
agree
doesn't.
with
It doesn't have the ability to easily control. Like that isn't easy, but I don't know. I mean, that's yeah.
Yes, they can control. In any case, I think that is a.
Yeah.
And I again, I don't know how you necessarily solve that problem, but.
Okay, no, that's fine. All right. Other things on education?
I don't think so.
All right. Do you want to go back to telecommunications?
Yep. Just go back to your recommendation, work with
Yep.
mobile providers and increase cell coverage. I would just add to that, that they ensure that they complete the FCC environmental study prior to any approvals. The most recent towers that were approved, they did not complete the studies. The FCC required environmental studies. So I will just let you know they are being contested based upon them not completing those environmental studies. So we want to make sure they do the study first before approvals to go forward.
You know, the state does the approving. We don't do the approving.
I do know that. But we also, they're in our, our neighborhood, and if they've gone to state and states approved it, yet they didn't do the required environmental studies,
I understand that, but I'm saying the studies.
they
are-
should have been done.
The studies are already required and the state approved it without them anyway. So putting in another sentence here isn't
Well,
going to change it.
I'd like it just highlighted since it's kind of, it's
Yeah.
been.
I don't. So the way Dawn, the way I'm phrasing this is, what I'm proposing would be work with Connecticut Siting Council to ensure that new towers fully comply with FCC environmental studies to ensure that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very good.
Fully comply, and right now they haven't fully complied.
Shocker.
Are you?
Okay. No, that's I was actually kind of expecting and hoping for a statement like that from you, Carl. So thanks.
And,
Are you shocked?
I am. What is the opposite of shocked?
Not shocked.
Not shocked.
And
no.
my shock was, a quote from Casablanca. Shocked, I'm
Shocked,
shocked.
shocked.
to understand what's going on.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I think you just want to make sure I was awake during this session,
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's always good to make sure people are awake.
All right. So with your permission, I'll jump forward past education into resilience and sustainability, which starts roughly on page 62. And talking a little bit, and as I started digging around, similar to the fact that the NECOG doesn't have a current regional plan, they don't have a current natural hazards mitigation plan, which is not awesome, because if the plan is more than 5 years out of date, FEMA doesn't really prioritize discretionary funding for planning and recovery efforts. So I know NECOG is getting started on updating their natural hazards plan now. But the last one was 2015, which is 6 years out of date.
Yeah, I hired someone to do it. That person didn't stay with them very long. I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
On the first paragraph under resilience sustainability,
Yeah, go
which
ahead.
starts plentiful natural capital, including its farms, forests, and other, is it open spaces? I like the word unbuilt spaces.
Okay.
Just because not everything has, is open space, but it's just,
Mhm.
it's not
Yeah.
protected, so it's unbuilt, so.
Okay, that's fine. Good phrasing.
And you have Andover under critical and,
Darn it.
facilities, if you haven't fixed that one yet.
I think he fixed it.
I think I did. I had, yeah.
I think it's up. Or it was. Yeah, critical facilities in Woodstock.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay. And so, yeah, so and then I highlighted some of the, and so I did pull out the 2015 regional hazards plan, and, you know, where I pulled out their list of critical facilities, their major, you know, high concern roadways and bridges. And again, some of these are, you know, have been in process of being replaced.
Yeah, I was gonna
Obviously,
yeah,
Some of them
Like
are
Butts-
done, some of them
Yeah.
are being done.
right. And like Butts Road Bridge is going to be before wetlands next week or next month. So like these things are in progress. Yeah, several of them.
Big Brick Road is done,
Yep,
and the culvert County Road 169 is done.
yep.
what's not on there, and I always said this is a terrible bottleneck, is the culvert under New Sweden Road off of 171, because 171 floods there.
Oh,
every
yeah.
Floods
Yeah.
there frequently, and that needs, if it's not on our hazard mitigation plan, it needs to be, because it's, I mean, you can do the calculations, the drainage that goes under that, it doesn't have the capacity, so it always goes over
Well,
one seventy-one.
There's beaver problems there.
Yeah. And that was not just that.
It's
By
a
the-
cement culvert,
Yeah.
it's.
The box
I've been in
culvert
it.
under Sweden,
It's a box culvert,
Yeah.
it's very limited in capacity. And
Mhm.
every time we get one of those horrendous 7, 8, 9 inch rainfalls, the water goes over 171.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of pictures from 2005, the October 2005 flood.
It
That
happened,
that was just completely underwater, that whole neighborhood.
happened again in 2015, it happened again.
It's happened in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it happened with
Yeah.
multiple,
there is continual beaver problems there,
Mm.
it's.
Get rid of the.
because I know Pete Whittam,
Upstream side of one
Some of
seventy-one,
us-
this.
Bill, some of us refer to those as beaver opportunities.
I know Pete Whittam lives in that house, and the basement just fills up every once in a while because the beavers are doing this, they have to call the state to come down and rip the beaver.
So I.
Both the
think
one
beaver trappers
seventy-one
there, yeah.
and.
But this one is that cement culvert that hasn't got the capacity, so the water just goes over New Sweden and over 171 and back into Millbrook, and it closes the roadway, it's unsafe.
That
to
wasn't that
travel.
long ago that was replaced either.
No, this one has been
20
there,
Years ago.
this one has been there for as long as I've been here.
So you wanna add that as one of the culverts
Yeah.
that's
Yep,
the
that's a good
intersection
call.
of New Sweden and 171.
Yep. It's on your screen in red.
Gotcha.
Okay, good call, Gene. So, and then, so I, you know, again, taking some of this stuff from the NECA, go ahead. Sorry, Gene.
It has talked about class B dams we have in town.
Mhm.
There are likely a lot more unregistered dams in town that we have absolutely no inventory of. The state doesn't have an inventory of them. And I think in 2005, there was suspicion that there was like happened in 55, a cascading failure of dams in the English neighborhood brook
Mhm.
watershed caused the flooding at North Woodstock, that particular storm. But there's no inventory of what these dams are. If they're unregulated,
Mhm.
they're not inspected. And I can think of one that somebody wanted to dredge their pond, and first thing I looked at was their earthen dam with mature trees on it. I said,
Mhm.
you can't do that until you cut those trees down
Mhm.
because you're just gonna be, you're liable for any damage downstream if that dam breaches, and then in a big storm, those trees are likely to fall over, take the dam with it. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those in town. they're obsolete, they're just aesthetic for people who wanna have a pond on their property, but they could be,
Well, some of them were mill dams originally. Like in back of my house, the pond across from the transfer station. That was originally served at the tannery. Further
that's
down.
your house now?
I live on
And just,
Doug Hill Road,
oh, Doug Hill.
so my property backs up to that pond.
Okay. So Gene, I'll add a recommendation here about doing an inventory of dams and doing outreach to dam owners for best practices.
But some of them might be very difficult to determine because, somebody tried just damming a little bit and it didn't work, and so like the Peckham property a little bit, well, actually the neighbor behind there,
I remember
uh,
that one.
they tried to dam up a little bit in a field there in back of Peckham's. At one point, there's evidence of it there, but it might just be a wall or something or a mound in the middle of the field so it might be difficult to find all of them, so.
You can through springtime aerial imagery,
Okay.
find impoundments and then kind of, I mean, they could be beaver impoundments, or they could be dams.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's a place to start.
Mhm.
But definitely outreach to people who have dams on their property, let them know. If you don't have dam insurance, you could be in big financial problems if that dam fails. That's a-
And we had that issue at the nudist colony. They were ordered to take their trees down off the dam.
Yeah. And I had recommended that to somebody who I did talk to on their property.
Well, there's one on, of course, I've inspected dams. There's one on New Sweden Road where the road is a dam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
got a
town-
lot of
the
backwater
town road.
areas, yeah.
Is the dam.
Oh, is that the one where it floods all the time?
I don't know if it floods all the time, but the town road is the dam.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. I talked to the previous Public Works Director, Navarro.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you gotta contact the state dam safety section
Mhm.
and find out, whether they want anything done with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's,
That's a big pond behind that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
very
it-
big
It's
pond.
on the, closer to the end that comes out on Rocky Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Okay.
Swanberg.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that's one that the town owns the dam.
Uh-huh.
Keach Pond has a dam too. I mean, I don't see that. That's a pretty big pond.
Each pond.
Oh, yeah, is that well, it wasn't listed. Should
A dam inventory by the state.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It may be. It may.
well, it's probably
by the Chamberlain Mill.
Oh,
I
okay,
know, I know where you.
yeah, there's basically two dams.
Hmm?
There's basically two dams there.
Right.
Yeah,
do I have?
but yeah, dam safety is a big issue and, as long, they're classified as Class B dams means that there'll be little damage if they fail, but there still will be damage.
I think the state of Massachusetts is going through a lot of examining the
It's
dams right now.
Critically important because of climate change and the changing weather patterns. and
Right,
heavy deluges we get. I mean,
yeah, and that's why I recommended it, Crystal Park Pond, Trout Pond Dam to have it taken out, but unfortunately, the town wants to fix it, so.
They wanted to take it out, they applied to take it out, but they changed their mind.
Why?
I don't know.
public pressure.
My recommendation was to get rid of it.
Yeah, and they were approved to get rid of it. But they changed their mind. So
Yeah,
now I'm-
Swan, for some reason, I talked to him and he must have changed his mind. It should be taken out.
Mhm.
If that fails catastrophically, it could flood the Eastford Elementary School.
Mm.
So it's gotta be taken out.
Well, they fixed it, but I don't know what they did.
Yeah,
I mean,
I probably not. I haven't been up to look at it.
People get very emotionally attached to their ponds, and we're seeing what's going on in Killingly right now with
Yeah.
one of
Oh,
their
yeah.
dams.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I've been.
really
asked to look at that.
expensive to fix the dam.
Yeah.
But people put property on the pond.
Yeah, especially if there's private property and private houses that have lakefront property, yeah, then it's another issue entirely. Yeah,
I've
anyhow,
got a question regarding name, nomenclature. Wapaquasit Pond Dam. I think most people in the town, at least everybody that lives around the lake, calls it Quasit Lake
Mhm.
versus Wapaquasit. I know it's, you know, might just be a little cleaner.
Well, the dams are named and registered at the state.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a Shepherd's Pond Dam. Do you know where Shepherd's Pond Dam is?
No.
It's not near Shepherd's Pond. It's on Peak Brook Road across from the water treatment plant. That's where the bypass is to go to the water treatment plant.
Mhm.
It's called Shepherd's Pond Dam. But you'd have to go about a half, 3/4 of a mile up
Yeah.
Little River to get Shepherd's.
I mean,
Pond.
if that's how it's registered, I just think Quasit
Yeah,
Lake.
no, I think that's, sure. I added Quasit in parentheses. I think that's, yeah. Yeah, and if you folks are driving along Route 6 or 66 looking to go to East Hampton, you'll have to drive about 25 miles west of Hampton.
Yes, you will. So stupid.
we did a study of ponds and dams, just the Soil Conservation Service for USDA. You know how many ponds and dams we built in this state?
A bunch.
Just take a guess.
Is it more than 7?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Over 3,000.
Oh, I was gonna say 1,000, but
3,000.
yeah, that's a lot. It was the Corps of Engineers?
No,
Oh, it was the state.
it was the Department of Agriculture,
Oh.
US Department of Agriculture.
Oh.
Soil Conservation Service, now the NRCS,
Okay,
3,000.
that's a lot.
Not all of them had dams.
Yeah, a lot of them were bench.
Some of them were dugout ponds, but anyway, we get off the
Wow.
subject.
That's a lot.
Okay, so that's basically, other than those recommendations, that's basically the end of the develop portion.
I have one question about something we covered last time.
Okay.
But I don't know if I just missed it last time or if something changed, and on page 49 of my version, I don't know if
Okay,
it's of the recommendations around farming.
yeah, okay,
There's a lot of redundancy in the farm.
Well, so there's one that says recommendation, review zoning regulations to allow mixed use on single properties, including on farms to expand financial viability.
Mhm.
And then the next recommendation is.
oh,
allow
yeah, look at that.
Single that's a repeat, right?
It is, but it's so important.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just wanted to
Yeah,
make sure.
no,
I
good
wasn't
point,
missing
good call,
something.
no, good call.
Okay,
And
cool.
yeah, no,
Thank you.
there's, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you.
I wanted to reword one of your recommendations there
Okay,
on that last page 64. Where you've got encourage or require water capture, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
I wanted to rewrite that entire paragraph and say.
the recommendation,
require- Say again?
yeah, this recommendation require rainwater capture?
Yeah.
Okay, start
I
talking.
would recommend require the installation of best management practices for mitigation of stormwater runoff to include capture, infiltration, and other low-impact development techniques.
I like that.
Sounds nice.
Is that the sentence that includes solar on buildings? Is that the sentence you're looking?
No, it's the
Okay.
1, 2, it's the third recommendation.
Encourage or require, got it.
Does that
Oh,
sound
okay.
okay, John?
Yeah, so encourage, yeah, I was writing it on the wrong one. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I know, I was like, wait a minute.
Well, because it's rainwater
Yes,
capture.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, I put it in the wrong place.
So
Okay.
what do we do with rainwater capture? What's?
I would
is that
say
for drinking water?
require, don't say encourage, just say require.
Yeah, Yeah.
Rainwater should be like some kind of
like a cistern.
basin, you can do a.
It could be
barrel.
rain gardens, it could be barrels, it could be,
There could be stormwater systems installed under parking lots that will capture the water and slowly let it infiltrate.
Okay, it's to slow the water from going out. Got it.
And we wanna,
It reduces damage or this.
Yeah.
the goal is no increase in runoff from developing the property.
Right. Capiche, thank you. I just, rainwater capture. Oh, okay, we're gonna, because I've heard of other uses of rainwater, so thank you for.
Delta told me that the Walmart in Putnam, underneath their parking lot is all this technology to store and capture and slowly infiltrate that
Oh, that's
stormwater
good to
from the
know.
parking lot.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Those just like stormwater galleries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had another quick thing on page 55 of my version, the first paragraph of transportation infrastructure.
Mhm.
Again, maybe I'm just missing something. Do sentence 1 and 3 say the same thing?
What does your 55 start with?
Some recommendations, it's the
Okay.
first paragraph
I
in
was gonna say,
transportation.
yes, they do say the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Water and wastewater.
Yep,
That
they say
very-
the same thing.
Here.
See that one.
The first sentence, it's,
I see what you're saying, Kate. It's if you see on screen,
Yeah, okay.
You're absolutely
thank
right.
you. It's right after this graph,
Okay.
or picture.
Okay.
So,
Interesting that we all have different pages.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, 55, that's all it
Yeah.
says.
Oh, one other thing, sorry, I had made comments for myself and I'm actually looking at them. In the need for affordable housing graph where it's yellow, red and orange.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know that you ever put anywhere, and maybe I just missed it, but what AMI, what that abbreviation stands for.
Okay. Yeah. Good question. me see.
Need for.
it's about
52 or 9.
51.
Yeah. Around
Yeah,
50.
here, I'm gonna put it here.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So,
The bright
so we
spot.
say area median income and so we'll call it AMI there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, I feel like I had read it somewhere, but I couldn't find it, and
Mhm.
just so that when they look at the chart. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well,
No,
look, I'll look back
Amy
pages in the
Monahan
past.
gets $5 every time AMI appears in the plan.
I'm on the page, it has to do with agriculture, and on the page I printed, it's page 49, it's the one that reasons why farms made changes. Is
Yes,
it,
okay, yep, right.
Okay, so that first paragraph, farms have had to make adjustments over the years, blah, 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 blah. That's exact word for word on page 39, and I don't think it's a important point, but do we need to repeat it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
no, yeah.
And,
So look
No,
for
but
that,
not the
that's
same-
redundancy,
same level.
and on the next page, same thing, farm based
Hang on.
businesses.
I just wanna, farms have had to make adjustments. Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
now on the next page, where you have the box that says agritourism,
Yes.
page 50 on my document.
Oh, yeah, okay.
which Jean can
50?
actually read.
I can read it, yeah. I just saw it. You
It's
just
no,
flip.
superimposed on. the
Oh.
text.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
But
The
Oh, that-
paragraph that starts with agritourism,
Yeah,
that's also in there twice. But I didn't write what page the original was in there. So I guess you could do a word search to find where that paragraph
Oh.
is,
No,
but that was repeated as well.
Okay, yeah, let me go back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's here.
And there's a big focus on agriculture, but forestry is also agriculture. Is that something we do have people who practice forestry and should
We have
that
a lot
be?
of it.
Yeah, we have a lot of forestry,
Probably at least
sustainable forestry that is something we should be encouraging. People can pay their taxes if we're doing timber harvest sustainably, keeps the land open.
we're probably averaging about six of those exemptions a year,
Really,
because this is really big.
Yeah, I can, let me, I want to put this in the right place.
I missed last month and I'm sure you talked about this stuff last month when I wasn't here.
No, maybe, I don't know.
And in most cases, the timber harvesters are very cooperative with, you know, filing for the exemption and any adjustments we recommend. So
Mhm. And if they have over 25 acres of forest land, they get the PA 490 qualification as well, but
All right, yeah, let me see if there's a good spot to, all right, let me see if I can and weave that in and where it makes sense to note that forestry is an important component of agriculture. I'll add that as well.
and can you go back to transportation infrastructure, please?
I can.
Okay,
Yep.
it says, as a rural low density community, Woodstock extremely dependent on private automobiles. The next sentence, two sentences down, Woodstock is heavily reliant on personal automobiles for transportation. I think I get the point. It says
Yeah,
it
I think
twice.
you should pay attention to what Kate says because she said that about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I was like,
Okay.
But that's good. So we're both being redundant, Gene. That's good.
Well, we went through it and then I said, oh, I don't remember mentioning that, so.
Somebody beat you to
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Okay. Other stuff? All right. So thank you. So what I'd propose to do next, before we move on to Carl's note, is so for next month, I would propose to prepare the third substantive section, which is enjoy, and focusing on, to start with these things. So towns, resources and services, parks and rec, community events, boards and commissions, and the volunteerism, and then agro and ecotourism, which we'll probably also have to be careful not to repeat the same stuff over and over again there. But are there other elements, if you look at that, are there other elements of enjoy that we should, add to this mix?
Dark skies. As much as we can maintain them.
Okay, sure.
Scott's.
Mhm.
Yeah, lack of street lights
Yeah.
and
Oh,
like
yeah.
pollution, like all the light pollution.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
You can
With
actually
you there.
still see stars.
Mhm.
I know that a lot of people enjoy outdoor music and I'm one of those, but then if I were a neighbor to somebody. who
Noise
was
pollution.
Consistently doing outdoor music, I might have a different.
Noise
opinion.
pollution is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think there's a balance.
You can talk about that in community events and
Yeah,
gatherings.
sure.
Okay.
Yes, mention that we do have a noise ordinance.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
don't
say-
Disregard it.
Isn't
We
it
don't
eight
have
AM?
We do have one. By default, we follow the states.
Oh, we did?
Oh.
No,
It's
Wait,
eight.
I'm sorry, Don, is it a separate ordinance or we just follow the state guidance?
We just follow the states.
Yeah, okay,
Because
right.
it came up for various other reasons.
Yes, yes. But yeah, but you know, good luck getting the state troopers to be real effective in that enforcement. But anyway, sure. Okay. All right. Well, so that's the would be the task for the April meeting. That seems reasonable.
You might, I don't know if biking falls on, needs a separate category, but you know, I do see a lot of Pelotons coming through.
Yeah.
That are not, they're from away. They're not.
Right.
Yeah,
They're not,
Dark Hill.
yeah, you're right. They come through our part a lot.
Sure.
You
Okay.
could probably mention the Woodstock Fair under that list.
Sure.
And maybe the Pomfret Fish and Game Club.
Why would we?
Well, let's enjoy.
It's a private club. Yeah.
Just the
Is it-
Putnam Fish. Club.
Is it?
Why are we talking about Milford?
Yeah.
And it's run by a guy from Thompson.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm new to this here.
Okay.
Only been here 40 years.
I've only been here 20.
I've only been here 45, so brand new.
Okay. Well, so that's great. We'll get a draft to you before the next meeting.
And I trust you won't forget the jamboree, right?
Jamboree. Yes, of course. Have they named it after you yet, Dawn? No, it's just the jamboree.
Have they named it after you yet?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna have that, if I die, it'll be the Dawn Adaletta book sale. Not until midnight.
Okay, that's great. All right, thank you. And we're, as far as you get, I'm not looking for you know any specific comments here, but we're still broadly on track. People are okay with the tone and the content, and that's okay. Great.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, so the other thing that I just wanted to talk about, everyone has a copy. Carl had sent something to me a month and a half ago or so now, that I had forwarded to Amy for discussion, and she and I never really got around to talking about it. But Carl had some thoughts, and I wanted to give him a couple of minutes to talk through them. And that we don't need reactions tonight. My thought would be we would let Carl sort of talk it through a little bit, and then we can make some decisions next time. Amy, I also included Amy's commentary on Carl's thing, but yeah, Carl, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, yeah, I had a friend of mine actually take a look at this and help first develop some of these comments, but basically this is just designed to put some guardrails, if you will, to make sure that we're, going forward in a logical way. And so, the safeguards, if you will, are those guardrails that kind of just elicit, each area, where I think we just need to make sure we don't go too far to the left, to the right, and that's kind of what this covers. And I think it'd be most beneficial for you to read. I didn't know this was Amy's comments. I thought this might have been your comments, but I think it will be beneficial to read this first, digest it, and then if you have a question, send me the question and I'll be prepared to answer it better when we come back next month, April.
Yep.
April indeed.
It's hard to believe. Spring will have sprung.
Well, I hope so.
That's, okay, I don't think I'll be there that much. It's Monday, Thursday, that first Thursday.
Ooh, it sure is.
Do we wanna? We can potentially ask Amy about changing the date if it's gonna be problematic for multiple people.
Yeah, if people, right, we could reschedule if needed, but we'll talk to Amy about that.
That would be nice. That is Holy Week. For some of us.
For someone.
I'm surprised that somebody says Monday, Thursday.
Why?
Catholics, do they?
Yeah,
I'm not
Monday.
Catholic.
So sorry.
I'm not Catholic.
I'm Lutheran. And we definitely have Monday, Thursday. So, you know, I was gonna say, I don't remember, I was just trying to figure out what the denomination
Low
was.
church Protestant.
Yeah.
Uh,
Protestants definitely refer to it as that.
Okay. So then I
Okay.
guess that's as far as I'm concerned, I guess that's all we have unless there's other stuff.
Citizens comment? I don't think there's any citizens comment.
No.
And as far as I am aware, no correspondence. Are you aware of any correspondence?
I am
All
not.
right. Fantastic. All right, then I just need a
Move.
motion. Okay. Now I got a motion to adjourn. Do I get a second? Excellent. All right. All those in favor? All right. The meeting adjourns at 7:07.
Wow.
All right.